And good evening, everybody. I hope you're all well. We got Jane Buckle tonight, and she's be on any second now. While we're waiting for her, we're going to play some music until then, and we'll be right back.
This was just part of an experiment. Put some pictures up online, got some good.
I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me that I call my wow thing. Think I love you. I don't know for sure. Come on, hold me tight. I love you. Wow thing. You make my heart sing. You make everything. Wow thing.
That was Jane Buckle and Wild Things.
Now I don't hardly know her, but I think I could love her. Crimson and clover. Ah, we should come walking over. Now I'm waiting to show her. Crimson and clover. Over and over.
Yeah, sorry about that. That was just some music while we're waiting for our guest, which should be due on any moment now, hopefully. In the meantime, um, if you want to send me a message or I'll have a chat, then come on and we'll have a chat. Yeah, it's what have you been doing today? for your bank holiday? Have you been busy? Uh, Come back and tell me what you've been doing. Have you been by the beach? And have you been relaxing? Come and tell me that too. So, yeah, just tell me what you've been up to and what you've been doing today. Do you find sorry about all the stoppage and everything, but do you find on a bank holiday sometimes it really, really goes like so slow, doesn't it? Really slow. Then all of a sudden, like you got Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday and Friday, it just goes and it goes really, really fast. Do you ever find that? Like on a bank holiday, it's like if you're working on a bank holiday, isn't it? It's like sometimes you're at work and it goes drags on, doesn't it? The next minute, like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, it just drags on and on and on, and you're thinking, when it is bank holiday going to actually be overdone with? You know what I mean? And it's a big struggle for some, isn't it? Do you find that? Do you find sometimes it's like you've got a day off and it's bank holiday and you're rushing around doing different things, doing the shopping or getting the kids ready or doing other things. But next minute it's like you don't know where you are. You know you're thinking, oh no, I haven't had time for myself, or I've been kind of like just sitting around and kind of doing nothing. Do you ever get that? We all do, don't we? Every day. Every day, life seems to kind of like get hold of us and everything and take us away from everything. Anyway, I've got Jamie here. Hello.
Hello, Steve.
How are you?
Very well. How are you?
I'm okay.
Good.
Now, part two.
Yes. Part two.
Part two. What? So the last time I spoke to you, what you been up to? Anything?
Well, that was only the other day. I went to my brother's in Peterborough and sort of looked after my nephews. Other than that, not a great deal, but I've got some stuff to do in the future that I'm a little bit nervous about. I can't tell you what it is. It's a reality show and I'm filming it on Thursday and it's a bit out of my comfort zone. You know what it is, but I can't tell the whole world. Not yet.
Yeah, we don't. No, don't go there. Don't go there.
No.
So, yeah, don't go there because it's
No,
you never know he's listening. Anyway, you still look lovely as ever, Jane.
I put my best dress on tonight, especially. I don't know if I've got 3 of these.
All right.
I got a bit dressed up.
Oh, there you go.
And the blue eyeshadow, I always have that on.
Yeah, I like your hair.
Thank you.
Yeah, I like your hair. So anyway, so I want to talk about tonight. I want to carry on further because we've only heard around about half of your story, right?
Yes, that's right.
Right. So what I want to do is I want to kind of like go to half of the story, go to the other half. Then the
Yeah.
future stuff will get you back in about a few months' time, whatever.
Yes.
Then
I'll
we've
have a
got
lot to tell you then.
yeah, we got that to tell you. See, the trouble with us is what we do is we like to go part 1, part 2, then later on a part 3. See,
All right.
so that's what we try to do because we like to
Lovely.
keep people, informed
Yeah.
about people. So
Thank you.
anyway, go on, carry on then. What have you got?
No, I'll let you. I did a lot of talking last time, but I'll let you this time.
Right, what I want to know about is this. Because you're at a certain age now,
Yeah.
okay? You're
Yes.
21. 21.
I wish.
Where do you get all your energy from?
Well, I don't really know. I mean, I've been having a dance tonight, practicing in my kitchen.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, I do take vitamin tablets and I do take cholesterol tablets. My cholesterol was verging on borderline high. I don't know. It's just in my soul, I think. I was born, I've always been very lively. And I hope to carry it on. I don't really like being old, but I am old. I'm 67, yeah. And I've got a pension book and a travel card. But
Oh, no.
if you can turn back time, like I said before, just keep trying, never, like you say, never give up.
Give up. That's it. You never give up. Jane, right. When you were younger, right? When you were younger, in your younger age,
Yeah.
what kind of things did you used to get up to? Come on, that's something nitty-gritty from you.
Well, it was all fun. I had a very strict father. He was half Greek, and he didn't let you go out with boys without a chaperone. But
Right.
we were very, very naughty. We used to have parties, and then we get so dirty that we'd fall in the stream and have a wash. We'd sleep in greenhouses. Once I ran away from home, I went to Hartley Whitney, and my parents, in the end, I had to come back because they threatened to dig the garden up and they get the police out after me. I was quite naughty though, mischievous really. Was always up to something. Like my brother, he's a lot younger than me, 13 years younger than me, and he would take me out in a trolley and dress me as Guy Fawkes and wheel me about the town. Penny for the guy.
A penny for the guy. Dressed up as penny for the guy. God. Yes, I used to do that.
Naughty. And then what we do, we pinch flowers out of people's gardens. Pretty harmless, really, compared to what you do today. And then we try and sell them for a few pennies. We were always up to mischief, hiding, going where I live. There's a massive great common, about 3 miles of open land, and we'd hide out there. And my dad would say, "You can't go out." So I'd go out, and I knew he was going to chase me, so I could run a mile in about 3 minutes.
And your dad had a whip, I reckon, did he?
He was very strict.
Yeah,
very. Yeah, so, not like nowadays.
No.
I used to pay my brother. I'd say, look, because he was in the middle, boyfriend now. I'd say, look, I'll give you £5 if you clear off. He said, make it 10 and I
will. So, when was your first boyfriend then?
Oh, I don't know. They didn't like me much because I'll tell you why. I used to go out with them for quite a while, like 3 months, and they'd sort of try it on, and I'd say no, and they would dump me. They'd say, well, come back when you're grown up, and I think, no, I can't be bothered. Now they see me, they're all over me like a rash. No, that was my problem. I was too good to be, I was brought up with really good morals. And if my dad, my dad was in my head telling me, don't do this, it's wrong. And I didn't do it. But they dumped me quite a lot. I got dumped quite frequently for not performing, wink, wink.
Yeah. I was speaking to somebody the other day actually about they used to climb up the window. They had a B&B. The parents had a B&B. Used to climb up the window, go down the drain pipe, right? Go to the nightclub, right?
Yeah.
But one day, what she forgot was that
Mm.
she left something behind, like a cord on the side by the telephone. Her dad is strict. Went to the nightclub and pulled her out of the nightclub and took her back home again. And because back then it was so strict anyway, wasn't it? In those days, wasn't it?
Well, I'm glad it was, because it's
Yeah.
given me I have a lot of fun, and I'm very naughty, and I'm very rude, and I'm very cheeky and mischievous and suggestive.
Yeah.
But I like to
Yeah.
think I've got really good morals, you know.
Yeah. Because you come from a background with morals and everything. So what makes you cheeky now then?
I've always been this way. It was in me. I was born this way. My mother
All right.
reckoned I was a 10-month baby. Always
All
got to
right.
be different. 10 months, baby. No, I was always cheeky, even as a child. I'd stand in the sink because we didn't have a proper bathroom. And I'd stand in the sink with no clothes on and stick my stomach out. I was so proud of my stomach. But I was always cheeky. I was cheeky
Yeah.
at school because being so small, you'd think I might have been bullied, but I wasn't. My God was mightier than the sword, like the pen is mightier than the sword.
Yeah.
My old God was mightier than the sword.
Yeah, that's what I was going to come to about when you went to school, like secondary school. Were
Yeah.
you bullied because of your size, because you're small? That's what I was going to. You weren't at all.
Because I'm tough as old boots. They wouldn't mess with me. And I used to look after this girl. She'd had polio. And I used to hold her sticks and help her in school, help her up the stairs. So any trouble, I'd wave the sticks at them and they'd run.
So you left school, yeah? And what did you do after school?
I went to college.
Right. What? And
in Newbury.
all right. Okay.
Sadly,
Yeah.
I should have gone on to a drama school, but I did business studies and I then worked in an office. Oh God, was that awful?
Was it?
For me, it was, because I had to
Yeah.
restrain myself. I couldn't be flamboyant. I couldn't be eccentric. I couldn't be extrovert. I couldn't be any of my things I wanted to be. And 9 times out of 10, I would get into trouble. I was good at my job. I did the export. I did the documentation.
Yeah. Can you? Sorry, my phone. Can you imagine it now? If you were working in the office, you'd be dancing on the table, everything, wouldn't you?
I used to go to work on my bicycle every morning, and I put my feet on the handlebars and I'd whiz in. And then one day, there was an orchard outside, and I went apple scrumping in the works time. They weren't very happy about that. And then another time, a girl I was working with, she was new, she was making a lot of mistakes, so I covered up for her. And this flipping boss, not my boss, he was lovely, the other one said something rude to me. So I said, in front of a room full of girls, well, I said, as far as I'm concerned, I said, you can get stuffed.
Yeah. God. So you used to go apple scrumping then, did you?
I did, but in my works time, which I shouldn't do.
Oh no, not back then. Because things have changed now, though, isn't it?
They have.
And they moved on a bit now, ain't they?
Yes.
See, can you imagine it now that you're going on dancing on the table or something, or with a whip and everything, right? Come on, boss, I'll whip you. You know what I mean? You'd be wouldn't you?
I threatened one boss. He was awfully rude. I was his sort of secretary, and he was very rude to me, and he kept me locked in this corrugated iron box. Well, that's what it felt like. And it was so hot in the sun, I drink 10 Cokes in a day. And one day he's very rude to me. And I said to him, Mr. Nixie, you're an obnoxious man. And if I had my way, I would put you in one of your ovens. He was a baker, and I would bake you. No, I can't say what I said. P-A-S-T-A-R-D. Oh!
So after the office job, then when you got fired or filed away, as they say,
Well, filed.
yeah. What did you do then?
Well, I went to work for my dad really in property renovations.
All
So
right.
that was great fun. I mean, well, it was hard work. I mean, we'd be in London in a flat that we were renovating, and it was very grim. I'd have my hand down the toilet with a Brillo pad, scouring it for England. My dad would be decorating, and all we'd want to do really was get off home. We'd had enough of it all. But the perk was that I had to go out every night and get my dad jellied eels. Oh, God.
Oh,
Uh,
I don't like jelly eels. I like cockles and mussels and everything,
yeah.
but not jelly eels. You know what I mean? That's that.
Mm.
Oh. Anyway, so what have you got for me tonight? Any dancing or anything?
Well, I have, but I was going to tell you the films that I'm in tonight. I've been in, so you get
Okay.
the gist. That I'll have to put my glasses on though.
You tell me what the
Soon.
films are.
Well, we'll start off actually with the Chat magazine. They featured me. I don't know if I can show you. Hang on a minute. Ooh, in this magazine. Hang on a minute. Chat magazine 2017. Hang on a minute. Oh, this is a bit difficult. They
Don't
called
worry,
me
We'll put it all on anyway. So
Born to Be Wild. They got me there.
yeah, I saw
And then
that.
they
Yeah.
put me in the favourite magazine. Anyway, I meant to be doing a film called Broken Silence in Manchester, and it's about this council estate, and it's very kind of violent and drugs, sex, and God knows what be going on in that. And I'm this old granny, and I in the daytime I'm shuffling around trying to get to my mobility scooter, and at night I'm a dominatrix. That's how I make my beer money. Then another film that I did recently was called Cannibal Lake. I sent you a picture of that. It's horrific. I was this sort of awful mother, and we got this girl, and we sliced her own, and we took the baby out, and I stole the baby. And as the baby's coming out, I'm shouting out, "Mummy! Mummy!" Sorry, it makes me choke. And then, hang on a minute. I was a Viking in Viking Wars. That's a great film. That is out on DVD. Only a small part, but I looked like a real Viking. I had the makeup, the paint, the fur, the sword. This lady and I, we were fighting. She was a Saxon and I was a Viking. And she was poking me with her sword and I was poking her back. And I was shouting out, "Are you Saxon or are you Viking? If you're Viking, you'll go to Valhalla. Saxon, you go to your death." Anyway, that was that one. Hang on a minute. Oh, yeah. Then I went, a few years back, I went to Kathmandu, filming Happy Days for the Nepalese film industry. I sent you a very, very small clip. And I was this funny old girl, and this young Nepalese man came over looking for work. And he came to work for me, and he worked more than he should on me, you know what I mean, yeah? And I had him, I said, "I don't want you working hard all the time, cleaning and cooking." So then I grabbed the vacuum off him, and I was singing Born to Be Wild. And then, this is all part of the film, it's not for real. He caught me in bed with some man. And then he ran away, and he didn't come back. So I had to hunt him down. And eventually I have a baby by him, and I just keep shouting out whenever I see him, "Kumar, Kumar, I've had a baby, come back, come back." You know, nutty as a fruitcake. But I got an award from the Nepalese film industry, the ambassador. The premiere was in Aldershot, and that is on YouTube, the Nepalese film industry. It's had millions of views, and it's produced by Milan Chand, the most famous film producer in Nepal, which is a third world country. Hang on a minute, then. Hang on a minute. Yes, I make films myself, and I made a funny one in Cromwell's house. I was with my nephews, and they were quite shocked, really, because I was mucking about in there. I grabbed old Cromwell, I pulled his t-shirt up, I mean his nightshirt, and I said, "You've got your granny's pants on." I tried to pull his head off, And I had to drink out of his pea pot. And then I could hear other people, visitors coming. I was thinking, oh, no, 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 no. So I hid behind the curtain until they'd gone. Whatever would they have thought of it, hey? I was trying to mutilate Oliver Cromwell. I mean, he was ugly as hell. He had warts and all. Hang on a minute. I was in a film called Wicked Chicks, and they had me screaming and yelling. They were pushing me around in a cemetery. They had me laid on the ground. They were poking me, prodding me, doing nasty things to me. I'm not quite sure what. Hang on. Let's see. Oh, there's a video of me and John Lewis laying on one of their beds.
Yeah,
and I tried to get the manager to have a lie down with me. He did to start with, and then he said he couldn't be filmed because he'd get into trouble. He might get the sack, but I think he wanted to. I think he really wanted to have a lie down little with me. Oh my God. Hang on. There's all sorts. There's some fundraising ones on there that I've done. I also did a documentary for students, LBGT, lesbian, bi, transgender.
Yeah, I know what you're on about.
And they did like my life story. They took me to Camden and got me dancing around Camden Market with my snake, and God knows what I got up to. Really, I've done all sorts, all sorts of bits and pieces, fundraising for Macmillan nurses, street dancing, fundraising. I'm trying to think now, but I have got some music. I was going to play some belly dancing music for you and have a little dance with Mr. Fantastic.
You carry on.
All right. Did you want to ask me anything?
I'll ask you after.
All right. Okay. All right. It's difficult. Hang on a minute. How am I going to do this? Hang on a minute. Hang on. Let's see. Hang on. Where's the music? Come on. This is belly dancing music. That's it, Rod. It's Arabic.
كان حلمي أكون
Catch it there. Ah, you got me. Ah, you got me. How? Something. Yeah.
Oh, so,
It's very tricky. Really, I should have somebody in here helping me film, but it's not. These people, they're all out in the pubs at the moment.
yeah, I know they are, yeah. So, so you do belly dancing as well, then?
I do any kind of dancing, you know, like
Right.
tiger fit, modern dance. I love to dance. I jump about like a jelly bean.
Oh,
I
yes, we
would
know.
show you my moves on the floor, but it's very difficult to film myself on the floor.
Yeah, don't go on the floor.
No, too tricky.
Yes, yeah, it is. Yeah. So when you kind of like, when you were in the did the office job, and you was
Yeah.
doing other jobs as well, um,
Yeah.
what made you go into TV and film work?
Well, it's like it says in the. I looked after my dad for many years, and in this magazine, I can read a bit to you what it says. It's from the Chat magazine, 2017. It says, "Born to be Wild, there be no final curtain for this OAP," by Jane Buckle. This is my husband. I first met James Stockwell in the 1980s in a pub. We got chatting, hit it off, and we're married. Well, when you know, an outgoing couple. We love drinks down the local, and I belong to a local amateur dramatic society. And he always got the best parts. I really got the not so good parts. But then he died, and then my dad died. I looked after him for many, many, many years. He had Parkinson's, poor man. And he always said, "I think you should do something with your life." So I joined the Ugly Model Agency in London. It's not about ugly, it's about characters.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And that's where I got the snake idea from. I went in there, they thought I was completely off my rocker. I was all painted up like a snake. And then I started doing this belly dancing. It is actually on my YouTube channel, Miss Viperish and Mr. Fantastic. And they'd never met anyone like me before. I'm still on their books, Jane Buckle. But anyway, what was I saying you about my dad? And when he died, I thought, well, this is it. I must embrace life. And I don't want to die and be anonymous. I want to, make my mark on the world. And this is what I've been doing ever since.
Jane, what was happening in this video here? Here we go. I'll show you a video.
All right. Okay. I have to put my glasses on. Hang on. Oh, yeah.
It's your motor running, headed down the highway.
Highway.
That is my gift, really. That I'm eccentric, flamboyant, funny, unique, and very gregarious. Yeah, darling, you wanna make it happen. Take the world in a lonely place. Fire all of your guns at one side and close space. And I'm not one bit shy. I couldn't give I just like to make people happy. And we can go out and party all day and all night. Nature's child. We were born to be wild. We can climb so high. I never want to die.
Well, I'll tell you what that was. That was for some students. They would get, LGBT. And it was for this young man's dissertation to get a degree, university degree. And he got an A star and I helped him. That was in Camden. Can you imagine it? Camden Lock in London.
And you were dancing down there in Camden Lock?
I don't care. I danced everywhere on Paddington Station. Anywhere and everywhere these little legs go, they want to dance.
Yeah. Don't you get embarrassed then? Don't you get embarrassed doing it?
Don't feel anything.
You don't at all?
I'm going to get a lot more embarrassed doing the reality show that I'm going to do next.
Yeah.
I'm a bit, I can't tell you what it is, but I feel pretty scared about it. I don't know.
I would. But there you go. I think everybody would be shocked, though, Jane.
Hey, I've been getting a Brillo pad down there.
Have you? Be very careful. Oh.
See, I'm very naughty, but at the end of the day, I'm not. It's all cheat and naughtiness. But at the end of the day, I live here on my own in my house, and I'm quite happy. I've got a lot of friends, and I'm very happy doing what I do. It's
That's
all
it.
harmless, good
Of
fun.
course it is, yeah. Yeah, good. That's good on you. What do you want to do, like, before you die, really want to do? So I'm not trying to be morbid.
No,
Is
what would I
the
like to
dream?
do? I'd
Yeah.
like to be in a television series. I'd
Right.
like to be sort of like EastEnders. We talked about this before, Barbara Windsor.
Yeah.
Oh, look, Barbara, here they are. I'm your sister. Look, 1, 2. Shake it, baby. They're the same as hers. I could get. Hang on a minute. No, I better not.
No, this is.
Here we go.
Please.
For anyone out there, you know, I'd love to be. I'm very, very reliable. I'm very
Yeah.
hardworking. I turn up on time, and I'm 100% committed and dedicated. So if you're out there, I'd love to be in a series. You can see how flamboyant. I mean, look, this dress. I don't know if you can see it, but I've got a pink one, a yellow one, and this one, and I've got loads of clothes and different things to wear. So if you want anyone, I'm the one, and I'm very good at comedy, and I can do horror. I'm a method actress. I can be any character as long as
Yeah.
I'm wearing, like when I do my granny raps, I would wear a granny outfit, you know, like a wig. It's quite
Yeah.
ugly. It's not a pretty
Yeah.
sight to see me like that.
Well, at the end of the day, it's all fun, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
I saw you once dressed up as was it an alien? You wore was it an alien mask?
Yeah, I did, didn't I? Yeah.
Yeah,
That
what was
was-
that for?
That was for a Hungerford Christmas extravaganza.
All right.
And
Okay.
and they know, well, they did know who I was, but they loved the outfit. I actually I won a prize in some competition, but I have done a bit of pageant stuff, right? What do you call it?
Right.
Beauty pageant. But they didn't like me. Do you know what they said? We have never seen anything like it. It is totally unbelievable. You are not beauty pageant material, because I think I was like twirling on one leg and laughing.
Don't stop
And-
me off at beauty pageants.
No, they don't like me.
I don't
No,
mind.
because I didn't behave in a very refined manner. I was like cheeky, rolling around, doing the splits.
You got to
and
be a
my
lady,
friend-
Jane. You got to be a
I had
lady.
her on a lead like a dog.
Yeah. When
They
you go
said,
to
"Don't come
pageant,
back. Don't come back next year. We don't want you." I said, "I don't care. You can stuff your pageant up your pageant ass."
because when you're in pageants, you've got to be really, really, defined and really, when you.
Oh no, I can't do it. It's beyond my ability.
The trouble is with pageants. So I don't mind pageants. I don't mind it. I love to see a nice woman in a costume, but
Yeah.
when they're using kids, like
Yeah.
small babies,
Yeah,
and younger children, then
it's
I've
wrong,
got
isn't it?
it's wrong because they're going to be kind of grow up with it. I know
Yeah.
someone who grew up with it from 2 years old till they're probably listening now up to around about 12, and the poor girl didn't like it because you got putting all these frilly dresses on it. They've got a choice, have they?
Well, I like all the frilly stuff, but I don't like having to behave myself in a certain way, Hey,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
are still frightfully refined. And then they take one look at me and I look at them and I wink at them and go, maybe, oh no, no, you badass granny. And then I say, Granny, I'm going to shake my fanny. Because I just love to look like a tranny. I'd love to be a drag queen.
Don't
Because when
stop
I
me.
did Brits on the pool in Benidorm, right?
Yeah.
Somebody put a comment on there, I look like Tim Healy from Benidorm. So I put, I'd love to look like a drag queen. I would. I'd give my right hand to be a drag queen.
Yeah.
I'd chop one of these off and use it as a tobacco pouch to be a tobacco queen. Drag queen.
Don't start us off with all that tranny stuff and all that. I've been done for all that already, so don't get in.
Oh, sorry. I had
Yeah.
best friend. I love them all. I love them to bits. Sorry. I love you all. You're great. Good luck to you. You know, wonderful. My best friend is transgender, and I love them. Seriously.
Yes,
I'm not a Mickey taker. It's just that it rhymed, you know. It's kind of like it rhymed.
Oh. I've been in the papers about that and on TV about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've got shot down about it.
Yeah, I've got nothing against anybody. You can be whatever you want to be, and the more shocking you are, the more I like you. You know.
Right. So anyway, so sorry. So you so do you ever get paid for these TV jobs then, or no?
Well, you get your train fare, you get your hotel.
Yeah.
The Kathmandu one I did, they sent me out to Kathmandu. They paid for everything. Hotel, they had me locked up in a hotel for about 4 days because you couldn't go out. There were wild dogs in the streets howling. And eventually, thousands of them howling at night. And the producer came and got me one day. I said, I've had enough of this. You've locked me up. I can't take it. Let me out, please. So he took me to a bazaar. But the sad thing was, it was bizarre. Some of them had their limbs missing, begging in the streets. Oh, God, no.
Was it bad, was it?
It was a dreadful place to be. And it's even worse now, I would imagine, all the troubles out there because of the virus.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're having a bad time out there. I wouldn't go out there now.
No. So I bet it was frightening though when you went out there, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. I was very scared. Yeah. I stayed indoors, and all I did was sit on the toilet, look out the window, and I nearly fell out the window because the hotel wasn't properly built. I used to go upstairs and have a look out, and I think any minute now I'm going to jump off and jump down there with all those wild animals. Ooh, ooh.
Did they supply you with all your food and everything and drink?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. It was. I'll tell you what. It was a big experience. I went via New Delhi, so they flew me out, and I stopped off in New Delhi. I mean, what an experience for me, you know.
Yeah, yeah, because you might never get it again, would you? You know what I mean? So
I won't. I doubt I'd ever go there again. No, I doubt it. I think the film I was in, they've never had a English person in their films before, and like I said, they did thank me. The Nepalese ambassador gave me a personal thank you for all my good work. And then we were up on the stage at Aldermaston, the premiere, and he said to me, go on, do what you like doing best. So I did one of my massive great 12s, and they all clapped. It's just crazy bonkers. Conga bonkers.
What's the most bonkers thing you ever done then?
Oh, I think going on this next reality TV show is the most bonkers thing that I've ever done. I think I've frightened myself, but I'll do it because I want to. I can't say what it, but it's frightened the living daylights out of me a bit. What else? Yeah, when I was in the carnival, I always go in the carnival where I live every year, 55 years, something like that. And I went as Miss Whiplash. And I was all dressed in PVC, which I quite like anyway. And I had my friend on the lead like a dog. I think you can just about see my PVC tackle. Hang on.
All right, yeah.
Anyway, she felt really embarrassed. I don't feel anything. And she had to be put on the lead. She had to wear a mask. But I just don't care. I don't care. I like to be outrageous. I'm an exhibitionist. I like shocking people. Yes, I like shocking people. Hang on a minute.
Do you think you're putting me off my questions here that I've got on the side here? Do you think you're sure?
Sorry?
Do you think you're sure?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. But in a nice way. Yeah, I tell you what. I would not ever take the mickey out of anyone or be cynical or mean. I've never been mean in my life to anyone. In fact, I'm always there for the underdog. I mean, if someone was picking on somebody, And I would go up to me, it's excuse, like my friend. Now I know you don't like talking about this, but I've had quite a few friends who have had, they're transgender. All right, I love them. And my friends, people used to give her a lot of nasty stick. So I used to stick up for her, and I used to say, look here, you peasants in Hungerford, you know, you don't understand. In London, there's more people like that than there are heterosexuals. I said, just be grown up, because they were using the ladies' toilet. I said, well, they're ladies, leave them alone for Christ's sake. Bugger off. And they do with me. They listen. Round here, they listen to me because I've got a big job. And I always stick up for my friends, whoever they are. I mean, it could be anything. You could have two horns growing out your head and a tail. And I still stick up for them. I'd say, leave them alone. I love it. I love it that they're different.
What's happening about this swimming pool? Outdoor swimming pool?
That went by the by. That's gone now.
Is it?
We'll never get that back. There's no hope, I don't think.
Yeah, we tried everything, didn't we?
We did, didn't we? Yeah.
Yeah, we tried everything, but it's a shame, really, because that that swimming pool was part of the Hungerford history, really, wasn't it?
It was. I went there every day when I was young. I lived in that swimming pool. My mum said you might as well take your bed round there, move in. Yeah. It was a beautiful Lido, but they're closing them all down now.
Of course they are, yeah. There's something else I want to talk about.
Yeah.
But you don't have to kind of answer it. Years back, there was a murder in Hungerford.
Oh yeah, I can talk about it. Sure? Well, it was awful. It's back in 1987, right?
Yeah.
And I was married, and I was with my husband, and I said, "What on earth is going on?" He reckoned the IRA had come to Hungerford, right? It wasn't. It was Michael Ryan, and he nearly got stopped by Michael Ryan. I said, "Well, what would you have said to him?" He had wicked sense. He said, "You're not taking prisoners today." But on a serious note, it decimated Hungerford. And a lot of the people, they were shot, 14 victims of that horrible man. One in the head, and then he used an AK-47. He went all over Hungerford, shooting people. He ended up at the John o' Gaunt School, right by where I live. And my mother lived even nearer. And the SAS, I think it was the SAS, borrowed a rope from my mum's next door neighbour. They were going to pull his body out because they thought he might have detonated himself. So we had all that going on. But I personally think he probably did shoot himself, but I'm not 100% sure. But it was awful. Yeah. You can find it if you Google it, but we tend not to talk about it. But every year we remember those people that died, obviously. It's a horrible, horrible man. He even killed his own mother and set alight to his family home. But he had mental health problems, mental health issues, which nowadays I think probably somebody might have helped him and it wouldn't have happened. But in those days, people sort of pushed it away, push it under the carpet.
Yeah, of course it did, yeah. It's a shame, really. But the trouble is that it affected Hungerford in a really, really bad way, didn't it?
It did, yeah. I don't think we'll ever get over it. And I'm trying to turn the name of the place around. It's not Michael Ryan's town. It's Jamie B's town, Jane Buckle. And if you don't like it, you'll find out. I'll go and get you.
Get out of it. Yeah. Any more you got to do? Any more dancing? Do you want to do?
I can, yeah. I'm trying to think what I'm going to put on next. Rebel. Do you like that one? I'll tell you what, you've got a choice. You've got Snake, Rattle and Roll. You've got Snake, Rattle and Roll, David Bowie, Rebel. You've got Mark Morrison, Return of the Mac.
Anything, Jane, anything.
All right, I'll put something on. All right. Okay, because they're using this one at the moment, Return of the Mac. They're using it for McDonald's, so that's a good one. I like McDonald's. Well, I do like them, but I'm not meant to have too many. Hang on. Hang on. No. Hang on a minute. This is number Let me look. I'm getting in a muddle now. Hang on. Number 6, I think it is. No. What I need is someone to help me with technology.
Yeah, yeah.
No, hang on. It's coming. It will do, hopefully.
That's right.
Hmm. I like this. Bangolin. Ooh, gone upside down. Hang on. Oh dear. That's it.
Well, there you go. Well done. Well done. Thank you for that.
That's right. What sort of comments are you getting? What sort of comments are you getting about me? Go on, tell me. I like to know.
I'm just going to tell you now. Actually, go through the comments. Actually, quite good.
Good.
Jane, when are you going back to Benidorm?
Episode 2. No, episode 1 was on Channel 5, the 9th of August this year, repeat. And I always thought episode 2 was coming, but it has not come. It showed me I got a job in a bar. They did an audition, playing around. But sadly, I don't know. And also, I did go to Benidorm to get on the series, and we did really well, James Orton and I, because we were the best dressed person for the auditions. I even took a blow-up doll. I was wearing something like this, feathers, the works. And I did a twirl for them, and it got 7,000 views on their website. But because we didn't have a national insurance number or anything, we didn't get on the series. But I don't know about episode 2. Maybe it will never come. But it is on my YouTube channel, episode 1.
Right. People say that you may be bonkers. What do you say about these people that say you're bonkers?
Oh, yeah, I'm bonkers, all right. I mean, how can somebody be... Well, I am. I'm very eccentric. Yeah, that's quite a compliment, actually. Thank you, people. As long as I'm making you laugh, I want to be bonkers. I love being bonkers. Because it's something out of the ordinary, something different. But I'm quite intelligent, I'm not stupid. You wouldn't get as far as I am if you didn't have a brain. I've done all this I am like this, but when I'm on telly, I up the ante a lot, obviously.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm not going to get on there. If I just sit there, look like this, right? I'm Jane Buckle. What's your name? What
what do you do for a living? I do knitting, cooking, cleaning, washing, ironing, looking after my grandchildren.
Fuck that. Sorry, no, I expect that. But no, no, it's not for me. But yeah, I probably am. Yeah, I am eccentric. I wouldn't be able to do this stuff.
Right. Are you great? Right. Steve Taylor says great entertainment. Laughed a lot in the last hour. Thank you. There you go. Got someone else. Victoria says, thank you very much for the entertainment. I always watch Steve's shows, but Jane, your class, I watched you last time. Love to meet you sometime. Keep doing what you're doing. You're making me laugh. There you go.
I will. I'm a very sociable person. I'm gregarious. The word is gregarious, sociable, friendly.
Yeah.
If I meet someone and always seen you on telly, we'd like our pitch thing. Of course, I'm very friendly. I don't turn anyone away. I'm friends to the whole world. I love the world and I want to make people happy. And if people think I'm off my trolley, I'll tell you what, put me in the bloody asylum, put me in a straitjacket, and I'll make one of the best films, the funniest film you've ever seen in your life. Can you imagine me all wired up, in a straitjacket? My little legs go, and then they stick this rod up my ass, the earth rod they use, stick that up me, and put these wires on me. I wouldn't mind, it'd be all right. I'll tell you what,
you'd be on planet Mars, you would be.
I would, wouldn't
yeah. Very, very attractive lady. Are you single?
I'm young, free and single, baby. But
right.
People always ask me that question, but I'm so dedicated to what I do. I don't really, like tonight, what time have I got? All my friends are up, I'm more interested in my career, really. If someone could help me, I'd like to do a tour of England and do a fundraiser in a car, live in a car, in a hotel, go all round everywhere promoting myself and fundraising for different charities. I'd like a man like that to drive me around and look after me. Oh, yes. Yeah.
So, when you were at Ugly Models, did they give you a lot of work?
Well, they did in the beginning. We did a video for Wu-Tang Clan. We did the Nan video. I did OAP's Behaving Badly, and I've got that. That is my favourite video. It shows me in Hungerford. It shows me at the cemetery. It shows me in a nightclub in Reading, and they got me Party Pensioners, which, as I said, was on telly back in May or June. No, it was on in June. Party Pensioners.
Yeah. What's that?
And they got.
What's that program where they do these pensioners and they're winding people up? Is that?
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, I've not been on that. So I wonder they haven't asked me though, but I haven't. Or I'd love to do it. Look, I'd have a go at anything.
Oh, yeah.
But the one thing I'd like to be is in a TV series. I don't know. I mean, I've been in so much stuff. When my big break going to come then? When I'm going to live the dream completely? Have a chauffeur driven limousine. Instead of hitchhiking along the motorway.
Yeah, I can imagine you doing that. Anyway. Okay, Jane. Thank you very much. We're finished already.
Thank you.
And I'll see you in a few months' time.
Yeah, I've just got one more song for you, and I know you like this sort of thing. I won't dance it. I'll just sort of let you listen to it. It's called One Love. Hang on, One Love. Hang on. Just play this.
Okay. Oh. Yeah. Fine.
See, now I've got going. I don't really want you to go now.
All right. It's just mine.
No. Yeah. This is a nice song. I love this. Hang on. I like this. I will dance. It's not a funny. All right. That's it.
Brilliant. Well done. Well done. I wish we had more time, Jane, but
That's all right.
unfortunately we've got to go.
All right.
But
I thank you very much. I've enjoyed it very, very much. Hopefully, one day we'll go down to Jaywick Sands. All right.
that's the deal.
Because
This is
they're
Jane
very.
Buckle. Yeah, this is Jane Buckle, everybody, and very good friend of mine. Nice to meet in person, honestly. And I tell you what, if we all wish, I wish we were all like her. A bit
Thank you.
loony, and a bit bonkers, because nothing wrong to be bonkers, everybody. There you go. See. So I'll see you soon, and I'll catch
All
up.
right.
I'll catch up with you soon. Bye
Thank
bye.
you for everything. Lovely.
Love you.
Bye
Bye.
bye.
There you go, everybody. That was Jane Bucko, and you know, at 67, you know, it's okay to be bonkers, isn't it? You know what I mean? And anyway, I've got to go because this is my third one today, and I am totally whacked. My wife is waiting for me because I haven't even had my tea yet. So there you go. And until next time, take care, good night, and I'll see you on the next adventure. Bye bye.